What are your thoughts on the possible commission changes, i.e., the lawsuit, and any ideas on the timing of the resolution?
Okay, so I think we're going to see something probably by the middle of January. We'll have some sort of. I know that the lawsuit's finishing up. There will be some recommendation. There'll be an outcome from the lawsuit. That outcome will get kicked to your head office. I don't know which brand you're with. That head office's legal department will go through it. They will come out with talking points on how to deal with it. So the first thing, Elizabeth G, you need to stay compliant. And because every company will interpret this a little bit differently, you have to talk to your managers and get that conversation started. There will be workshops about this. I understand for a lot of you, especially the people who've been in the business a long time, it's like, oh my God, another change. When will they stop? Unfortunately, they're not going to. We are going to be, as long as you're in the business, you're going to be dealing with changes. So having a bad attitude about the change isn't going to make the change go away. What you need to do is you need to embrace it, figure out how to leverage it, how to use it, how to be able to talk knowledgeably about it so that you're one of the professionals that set yourself apart. And in terms of me giving specifics on that, I really have to default to your legal department and your managers because it's got issues, Elizabeth, attached to it. Personally, as a professional in this industry, I will be doing my research. I will make sure I'm compliant with your companies, and I will be making sure the information I give you is spot on and gets you to where you want to go. But in saying that, you're going to need to have a discussion and learn how to have a discussion with your seller about what you do and what you charge for that. And then having a discussion about what the buyer side does. And now, in one of the articles, Elizabeth, I read this morning, they were saying that, we're going to see zero commissions on the buy side. And, this is a good chance for the consumer to get a more affordable price on commissions. And I know we can't get together and conspire to set fees. So that's not part of this conversation. You charge whatever you want, okay? And whatever you negotiate, it is between you and your clients. But what I will say is this. For as long as I've been in real estate, and this is a good question to ask your regulator locally on how you're going to deal with this. As long as I've been in real estate, the Code of Ethics says we're not allowed to choose a house based on a commission rate. But at the same time, the sellers in a down market have always offered incentives to get their property more attention than somebody else's. So I haven't got clarity on this specific issue, but I do know this. Instead of us talking about if it was me selling, and this would be me, not you, and this is my opinion, not the facts. Don't do what I tell you to, just hear it as a conversation. What I would say if I was a real estate agent, if I was selling houses today, the conversation wouldn't be about doing it for less. The conversation would be about doing it for more. And I would be talking about the benefits somebody receives when they pay more versus the benefits they don't receive when they don't pay. For instance, we're all familiar with the concept of tipping in a restaurant. Now, the acronym TIP actually starts, or the definition of TIP is to ensure prompt service. And if you want your prompt service in a restaurant, instead of tipping after the meal, maybe you might want to tip before the meal. And that would indicate that you would expect that waiter or waitress or server to be circling your table all the time because you paid a disproportionate amount of money for their attention. That's how tipping used to be done. Then it got converted to doing it after the meal. Now, I say that because when you think about it, if you pay somebody a bonus to give you really, really good service or do something special, and the person follows through with it, then we felt we got our money's worth. So all of that is an interesting conversation, but it's always under the watchful eye of your management. But I do expect we'll have this cleared up and ready to go, and we'll know what to do with everything by the middle of January for all the agents that are constantly studying.